what Dan was saying, I take it you are saying like it was like it used to be before COVID, far superior.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, Res was like the precursor to this, wasn't it? Which doesn't exist anymore. Which was really good.
But did you just not say like EGX used to be far superior as well?
Oh, fucking yeah.
Yeah, the old ones.
So was that, I don't know, was that, do you think, because of COVID, or have they just sort of let their standards slip in regards to like getting people in for it?
Something we should be talking about on the podcast, but yes, standard slipped since COVID.
This is on the podcast.
Look at.
Oh, he's gone live with it. This is the preamble.
Oh my goodness.
We need the caption. I always forget to put the caption up. There we go.
Oh yeah, the ramble.
The ramble. Yeah, then definitely. I think before, especially think about E3. Look at that. Everyone's just given up on E3 as well.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
yeah, exactly. And same with this EGX. It's all pretty shit. You know, they're all about cosplay now, where before it was all about the games. All three big brands were there.
Oh, I want it.
Nifty cup though.
Depends what's in the cup though. If you say any more of your fucking Badger stuff.
Right now, just San Miguel, unfortunately.
It's barely
you're not getting your Golden Glory out?
No, I've got one left. I'm saving it for a special occasion. When I'm alone later on, light some candles.
Let's get it on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like I said, I'll finish my proper write-up, but I was thinking back on it. There were some good games there that we played, but we were done within like an hour and a half, really, of the stuff that was actually like interesting to look at.
Yeah.
And then
peach flavored.
Yeah, you don't remember this last week?
Hang on, are you just now on the Golden Glory peach flavored train? It's amazing.
I just looked at the same conversation last week as well.
Yeah, we slated him last week for his fucking peach fucking flavored drink last week.
Badger, if you want to sponsor Xbox Tavern, get in touch. No. I'll quite happily take a crate of that. A month for a little plug. I mean, we could work up to Innocent Gun, but
Innocent Gun's who we could get sponsored
now it's going to beat Badger Golden Glory, I'm afraid.
I didn't realise it was peach flavoured. Or I did realise and still make it in.
Tell you what, Ian, when we go away in July, if I can still get some by then, I'll bring some with me. You can try some. Half of one.
I'm going to go buy some from Sainsbury's tomorrow. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, you could just do that as well.
That's also a valid option.
But where's the fun in that, eh?
Where's the fun in that? I'll give you a real Golden Glory.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
He keeps promising, but he never delivers. Anyway, Waz 2024 was very good. Not very good, I should say. There was some very good games there that I played, but they were very few and far between.
Which ones would you say stood out for you?
My favourite was Arcade Paradise VR.
Was that the one that said Dan was about to be sick with?
Yeah, Dan and his kid had to go before we got there. I quite enjoyed it. The first time I used the Quest 3, it was really good actually. Like the colour pass through, they had like some. I don't know if they'd designed it or if it's just default, but like all the arcade cabinets you could play in the game were dotted around the show floor. And as you looked around, they were sort of in physical space. Obviously, I couldn't move anywhere because there wasn't much room to move around. And when I first set it off, I spawned inside a cabinet because of where the way it was located. I was like, what the fuck's going on? It's dark.
I know.
I was like, I'm inside a cabinet. But yeah, that was probably my favourite one. I actually was looking at buying it earlier on the Quest. I might make that decision when we finished here. And what the only one I wrote about was that fucking fighting game. I can't remember the name of it again now. Over some Fury fighting. I should have the list up really.
Rage or something, wasn't it? Rage or over something.
Yeah, let me look up the list. It's fairly near the top. Outrage Fight Fest. It's like a 4. Well, they said up to 16 players, but they only had 4 players there playing. And it was kind of like. You play Power Stone or anything? Probably not, Ross. I don't imagine. But
Power Stone, that thing's a bell.
There's a Dreamcast fighting game by Capcom.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it sort of looked and played a little bit like that, but it wasn't quite as good as Power Stone. But I got my arse handed to me. I think Dan's son did all right, but I think he had run away with it. Smashed us. Graham did win the first one because he was like cowardly, being a coward in the corner, just throwing barrels at everyone. But like the more damage you take, the bigger your character gets, and so then you can pick up, instead of just picking up barrels, you can pick up cars or like the container, like shipping container something, and just throw them across the level at people. But obviously, the more damage you are, obviously the more close to dying you are, so it sort of balances it out quite nicely. That was quite fun for a few rounds. And that not golf one, the cricket one we played, Cricket Through the Ages.
Cricket
Through the Ages
was nothing to do with cricket.
It was very, very loosely defined cricket, kind of like, you ever played Quap?
Yep.
What was the other game we played before? We played it as last year, I think, where you could sort of like, you got the co-op thing where you swing your arms and you grab onto each other and you fling each other around to sort of get to the end of the level. Do you remember? I can't remember the name of the game now. It eludes me. Do you remember we played with some random dude? I think me, you, Ian, and some random dude joined us. We sat on the sofa, and it's basically like heads with arms, and you have to hold each other's hands and like swing and fling each other to get to the next part of the level. I can't remember the name of it, but it sort of played a little bit like that to me. I should get a trailer really and see if there's some gameplay on the internet. What about you guys? What did you enjoy
Heave Ho
at West? Heave Ho, that's the one. Yes, thank you.
Probably Cricket for the Ages is probably my favourite. Apart from that, everything else a bit underwhelming. Or something.
Oh, no, but the paddle game that we played. Although I forgot what that was called as well.
Oh, that paddle one. Yeah, that's quite gimmicky and quite it was different. What was the other one I said? I had like, which looked. I didn't get a chance to play because the queue was taking ages and then we wandered off. But it was. I've got a picture of it to remind myself. Pepper Grinder. It was next for ages. That looked quite cool. It was like a platformy one where you had like a drill and you just kind of drill through the earth and stuff, and you can grind people up with
because that's just come out on Switch and Steam. I think got some decent reviews. But that's the thing with a lot of the games. I think they were either just come out, or they were just like iterations on games we played before, like the Alien Hominid game. That's been out for fucking donkey's years, and they've just like rejigged it slightly. I guess it didn't really look any different to me. And there was, what do you say, Pepper Grinder?
What about that Doom-looking game that you played?
Doom one. Oh, what, Lunar Abyss?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. It's like a first-person bullet hell shooter. Yeah. I think I wouldn't have minded spending a bit more time with that one, but the demo that they had, the way they had it set up, it didn't really. I spent a lot of time running and jumping rather than getting into the shooting. It would have been better if they just placed you in a room with some enemies. But like, here's what the bullet hell's like. But I just ran from one place to another for most of it. Shot a couple of enemies and had to run some more. And then I had one demo station, which is another thing I was thinking about earlier on. Like, I'm sure in previous years we've gone, not all games, but most games have at least had like 2 or 4 demo stations.
Yeah.
But there were so many there yesterday that I was thinking back on. I had 1, maybe 2 at most.
Mainly it was 1 or 2. Yeah, you're right. I think the only one I could see had 4 was that snowballing one that me and Graham tried.
Yeah, that and Angry Foot. And I think there was one of the Platonic ones, like a racing game I had. I didn't actually see that one. Must have walked past that one somehow. But the rest of them were pretty much one like booth. And then obviously if you're waiting to play it, as Graham said yesterday, like you're watching people play it, and by the time it's your turn, you're like, well, I've kind of seen everything that happened now. Like I've been waiting 10, 15 minutes, whatever, to play. I've watched these people play through it. I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
Not that I'm wanting to rush you from your wonderful WASD experience, but I've just seen games that have been played this week, and I feel like I need to get into the show, unless somebody is trying to be a funny cunt on one of the hosts. Games played.
It was by proxy.
We'll see, won't we? We'll see. Hang on, I haven't even looked, and I know exactly what it is. But before we do this, let me just show you this trailer quickly. If it'll work, obviously. Hang on. So this is Cricket Through the Ages.
Is it working? Shut the bed. Do you want me to?
It's not really working. It's sort of getting there. No, all right, yeah. See if you can. But it's basically like 1v1 with stupid physics going all over the shop, smacking balls and kicking cricket things, all sorts of different rules. It was very funny. It would be a funny like stream game, I think, but I'm assuming it's local multiplayer only, and it's also only out on Switch and PC. So, yeah. Anyway, Right. Sorry. Let's get cracking, shall we?
Are
you ready?
Should have this working. Hold on.
There we go. That's
See
better.
what this is all about. That's kind of cricket. No.
Yes, it's some of it's based in cricket.
Each other.
Yeah, I saw someone else playing. This was one of the ones that had 2 demo booths, and they were doing like some climbing game. Like there was platforms that were like,
they were doing the Olympics event.
Yeah, and okay. Yeah, because we obviously have a chance to sit there and just play through it all. But
what the fuck?
Yeah, weird, very funny. I think I played Dan's kid for a little while, and he kicked my ass to start with. I tagged out here. It's just fucking me around.
Jeez, just getting his ass handed.
That was funny though. It was a funny game. But yeah, other than that, there wasn't a great deal else. Like really, like last year, there was it Dead Island and Street Fighter last year? Was that the
first? Street Fighter was the big one.
And obviously they're bigger than indie games, but there was nothing there really that just sort of was like, oh, I must go and see it. It's all, like I said, either games that had just come out or rehashes of other games, and very few places to actually play them. But yeah, maybe next year, eh? Maybe next year, or indeed in October. You're going to go to the one in October, EGX, in the Excel Centre?
Potentially. I know it had been thrown up. Well, I had thrown up in conversation. I was waiting to see who would be game for it.
Yeah, I think Dan said he was tempted to go. I'm still undecided at this time.
See what's there first, and then.
Yeah, I know it's going to have. I know obviously they're bundling it in with Comic Con.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking manic with.
Yeah, that's
if it's combining with that.
That's what I was thinking.
But we'll see.
So on request of Jay, he would like to start the show this week.
Right, are you ready?
So, Jay, I will let you do the.
We don't have to, I'm not going to bother taking everyone out. Right, we're going to get going. Ready?
Go.
The rain down in Africa.
Hello, good evening, and good welcome to Xbox Tavern episode 153rd. I am the ever 154. So I got thrown off by the wonderful majesty of Michael Jackson singing Toto's Africa, the greatest song ever created. Anyway, I'm Jamie. Thank you very much for welcome. Hello. We got MPV Graham with us here.
Good hello,
MPV Graham. Got 1.7. Did he fulfill his promise to me?
No, 1.645.
God damn it. Ish. And Ian, and we've also got Scottish Gruff Ross, who is slightly sore and stiff, easy from too much exercise yesterday on his mountain bike.
Not mountain bike? You dare insult me.
Electric bike. Come on, Jay.
On his electric BMX, yeah.
Fucking road bike, no electric shit on that.
He gets some scooters going on. Anyway, we've had our little preamble. If you're watching Love on YouTube, hello. Hope you enjoyed the random preamble where we talked about our experience at WAS yesterday in London at the Truman Brewery. If you're listening, / watching, go back and check out if you missed it. If not, we're going to get straight into some video games.
Guess the game.
We could do some guess the game first. Let's do it.
I
haven't done it. I made sure to avoid doing it just for you lot because I feel like I needed a treat with you. So let's dive in. Let's guess the game. That's where each and every day, like Wordle, video game, 6 pictures. You have to guess the game basically. Get clues every picture after the first one, like platform, year of release, etc. And yeah, gradually gets easier and easier. I love doing it. It's what we're up to
715.
15 games now. And yes, if you haven't started already, get started now. Right. Guess the game. Let's get cracking. I can't really tell. It just looks like bushes on a big green grass field.
Is that like Zelda bushes, or is that not?
I don't think it's Zelda bushes. I mean, who knows? It could be fucking a million different games. Nothing springs to mind immediately.
Yeah, no,
nothing. Even be a Final Fantasy bushes, but a bush
looks like goo or something as well, or faces.
Not really faces.
I think it's just the way it does it like little faces with mullets.
Like little skulls. I mean, yeah, little green skulls. All right, let's move on to the next one because it doesn't look familiar. That doesn't do me a great deal of justice.
I'm presuming this game's older than I am.
On that reeks of old school Fantasy Star, like 1 or 2.
Could be. I don't think I've ever played the original ones. The only one I played is online with you.
Fantasy Star 0?
I don't think it's 0. I'd say 1.
It's just regular old Fantasy Star.
Yeah. Not online. Yeah, 1 and 2. Up. You've gone too far. 1 and 2.
Online episode 1.
No, okay, no. Okay.
That's why I was trying to go further down.
I think it should just be. Yeah, there we are. Fantasy Star.
Yeah.
Go for that one?
Yeah,
why not?
No, and it's not the same series.
DOS. It's going even further back then.
What the fuck is DOS?
Don't you fucking what the fuck is DOS?
Ask Grandad over there.
Genuinely, what is DOS?
DOS is all. DOS is basically command
prompt kind of thing.
Yeah.
With DOS, like games loaded up into that before Windows operating systems and stuff.
Be on floppy disks with like a ... Then you find the dir to find the file name, and you type the file name in, and again.
Old school games, basically.
So not a game, but more of a coding software by the sounds.
Yeah, that's why the platform was DOS. It was like before Windows, that was a fully operating system. DOS was like a command prompt style way of like loading. You have to manually load programs up to do.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm out of this episode.
To be fair, I think the only one who might stand a chance here would be Ian because he used to play PC games way back.
Yeah, when. I was PC until PS2.
That's like a map. That's like War Games or something like that. But
War Games.
I think it was actually like based off of the what's he called? Was it Matthew Broderick? I can't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like we could skip over here because we're not getting anywhere with. If you're in the comments, let us know if you've got any ideas because. It wouldn't be
a simulator game.
Green, Elev. Oh,
I feel like this is a stupid suggestion, but like Oregon Trail or something. But that's even before this. I think.
Oregon Trail, kind of not like Gods, but like the first like Civilization kind of game. I don't know if it's Populous or something like that. I can't remember. I've never fully played Populous to even know whether that's
a good shout. Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Fuck it. We've got nothing else.
No,
that doesn't help at all. No. Terminal built in 1830.
Manchester.
Oh,
at least a year after I was born.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I like it. I like the suggestion because that was that era style game.
I know.
I've got nothing better. Go for it. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And if it's right, Graham has to sing the theme tune from the show.
Oh my god, you should get him in the world. Yeah, do it.
Unlucky. MPS. See, I know that name, but what they worked on, could I tell you? Could I fuck?
Is it? What's it called? Something like
Build Station.
Was it Railroad Tycoon?
I mean, station would fit it. The fact that you transport cargo. Some sort of railroad thing. Why not?
Yeah.
I've got no better suggestion.
Quite old school. Back in today.
We're going for Railroad Tycoon?
Why not?
Yeah,
I've got no better suggestion. Hey, look at Ian there with his train simulator. Look at him. See, I got the buses, you got the trains. We're sorted. We got transport covered, baby. Well done. Railroad Tycoon.
And I got to remember MS-DOS.
That looked like that. Yeah. I never played it, but...
I mean, I don't think in a million years I would have ever thought of something called Railroad Tycoon.
Any of those unless the image was moving. Even when it was a static one, I probably wouldn't have got it because that looks like 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, not a fucking clue.
There we go. So there you go. Let's guess the game if you want to play along for yourself. Like I said, like Russ said, 715 games so far.
Just so you know, they're not all as bad as that.
They're not all as tricky as that. Some of them are very, very easy. Some of them are a bit trickier, and some of them are just fucking nonsense. But yeah, I like doing it every day, even when I do fail. So yeah, nice. Well done, everybody. Or well done, Ian, I should say, and everybody else for chipping in and not being as as old and nerdy as Ian.
That's not what that fucking game is. Where in the what is what?
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? There you go. Did it for you. Nice, Grayman. It's a nice game, I think. Anyway, while Ian looks up where in the world is Carmen San Diego, let's talk about Project Game Pass, which is where we pick a game from Game Pass each and every month. We play it, we stream it the first Sunday of every month in theory, and then we talk about it on the podcast. This month's game was Diablo 4. Has anybody else played any more Diablo since we streamed it? Was it 2 weeks ago now?
No.
I got as far as opening the game, launching it, loading my character up and going, yeah, that'll do. I can't bother to play this and change the game. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't summon myself to try and get a few more hours in the game. I was just like, I loaded up, I felt like a spin on my character and ran in the same circle, went, yeah, I don't really want to play this. So I just went and turned it off. It's like I've got no drive at all to play it solo.
My gaming week started yesterday, so yeah, I've not had much a chance to play much. Never mind jumping into something as heavy as Diablo.
Graham, I'm assuming you're in the same boat as the three of us.
I was tempted, but I had a choice to dabble back into that or pick something new up to review, and I did the latter.
Yeah, pretty much likewise. I've been reviewing a couple of things, and I've barely had time to touch them. So trying to squeeze in the game that we already discussed and didn't really want to play on my own has been a big no-go, as well as obviously going out to London yesterday and spending the day travelling to and from and inventing ice cream rum floats and all that sort of stuff. Very nice drinks indeed. So we enjoyed the stream when we played it, especially because Pete obviously reviewed it way back when it came out. It gave it a very good score. And yeah, it seems to have done the job for Blizzard and Diablo 4, where it's now the biggest platform for Diablo. And I think I've read a story this morning or yesterday where they look like 10 million hours of play in the first 10 days across, obviously, not just Ian racking up his achievements, like more than one person playing it at a time. And it's now the biggest game biggest platform, I should say, for Diablo. And long may it continue. I'm sure there's more seasons to come and DLC and stuff to come. And like I said, I wouldn't be object to playing it again as a group, even once Project Game Pass is done with. But like you guys said, like if I've got the choice between playing that on my own or playing one of the million other games that are coming out each and every week, so far I've been too tempted to go to that, or indeed replaying The Last of Us Part 2, which just started this week. So yeah, none of nothing about to Diablo. But again, very good game all round. I don't think there's any denying it is a fun game, especially in co-op. And especially because Pete will quite happily walk you through it anytime, any day. We'll have to get him on there again to discuss it at some point, maybe when we play it again, if we play it again. But we're moving on. We've got to pick a new game for May. May already. Oh, where does the time go? We're so old. We've got a poll up on Twitter. X, sorry.
Yeah, get with the times, Grandad.
Is it up? Hands. When did they go up?
See, you didn't even notice it. Just snuck it up yesterday. Snuck it up.
Oh, so you could get your answers in.
Yeah. So it's still running. It's got a few more days in it. So if you're watching now, or if you're listening, after the fact, feel free to head over to @Xbox Tavern, and you can vote for either golf with your friends or I forgot what the other one is. What's the other?
I don't know, because you've put the post up without telling anybody.
Yeah, that would help, Jay.
You fucking con artist.
Party animals.
What was it, Ian? There we go.
Party animals.
Just limited it to 2 yesterday. We made the executive decision to go with that rather than.
Where did we limit it to 2? What the fuck?
When I say we, I did. I decided to limit it to 2 choices. Keep it easy. Keep it simple. And there's lots of other stuff.
Oh, that's quite one-sided at the moment.
I think Golf for Your Friends was winning last time I looked.
It's most considerably winning.
So yeah, if you want to change that, if you want to see us play Party Animals, head over, like I said, @Xbox Tavern on X, and you can cast your vote there. That'd be wonderful. It's like I said, it's running, I think, until Wednesday or Thursday. So you've got some plenty of time to get your votes in there, and that'd be wonderful. And then we'll stream it hopefully next Sunday, 8 p.m. Once the winning game has been decided. We changed Project Game Pass this year. If you're not familiar, like I said, we pick a game from Game Pass for 2024. We're just doing multiplayer only games. So far we've had sort of a bit of a mixed bag, if I'm not mistaken. We had Dead Island 2 the month before last, which myself, Ross and Pete played. We weren't massively into. What did we have before that? I forget.
What, before Dead Island?
Yeah,
We've had Turbo Golf Racing.
and Turbo Golf Racing was
Power
January.
World
That
and
was
then
good.
Turbo Golf Racing.
Power World.
Power
Oh,
World.
well, as well.
Dead Island.
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
Power World was fun.
Yeah, so we've
enjoyed
In
Power World.
fairness, I would say Dead Island was the only one that was a failure.
Yeah.
Diablo was good, but we would need to be able to commit to all going on and doing it because I couldn't do it just by myself.
Yeah.
Power World was great as a laugh, as a group, and Turbo Golf Racing was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so we're going to keep on our mission to play some multiplayer games from Game Pass. So if you've got any suggestions, hit us up, let us know. And like I said, if not, you just want to vote on the ones we put out the poll for, get the voting, get choosing, and pick the right answer, because we all want to play some golf with your friends, really. But Party Animals would be good fun too. They're both good games. Anyway,
There's no bad answer there.
there was no bad answer there. That's why we limit. That's why I limited to two, just so otherwise we keep the votes spread out too much and it all gets a bit hectic. So let's go for it. Let's do some golf or some Party Animals, and we'll see what happens next Sunday.
And then next month, June, and the one afterwards is then June Spice Wars when I'm not here. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ian, if you keep bringing up June Spice Wars, I'm gonna fucking, I don't know, I'm gonna shake
Well,
my
maybe
fist.
1000G. I've already 1000G, so you can't really do anything with that. I'll make you play it.
Absolutely
I
not.
already have.
Outrageous. Outrageous.
For all you know, you
You'll
may
ruin
love
your
it.
rewards account.
Oh no! Oh no!
Anyway, let's get into some other games, shall we? And let's talk about what we've been playing this week. Ross, you just said you started playing games yesterday. Have you played anything like in the 24 hours since you raced and knackered yourself out?
I have indeed, yes.
And what have you played, sir?
I
me your
have
tier
jumped
picks.
into the Fallout 4 update. So I thought
And has it made it a good game?
it's always been a good game. It's not been the best Fallout, but it's always been a good game. Yeah, no, I'll be honest, I don't see massive amounts of differences, but I like the new stuff that they've thrown in. A lot of the stuff that they've added in are stuff that's like been there for community mods as well. So it's people who've maybe not wanted to delve into mods or X, Y, and Z. You're going to get access to some of the stuff. They've added in a few new quest lines. I am in the process of working through an Enclave mission at the moment, which I'm quite intrigued to see where that goes. Yeah, I think between the new update and obviously the show just being released on Prime, it sort of gave me the itch to jump back into the Fallout world. And yeah, no, really enjoying Fallout 4, especially having like tried to go back and play New Vegas and realised as great a story as it is and some of the interactions you get, how janky it is.
Yeah.
And then playing obviously the Fallout 4 where it feels infinitely better, if not as good a story and as strong a cast as such. But no, it'll tide me over until I can find another big game that I want to jump into, or until I get the itch to want to go and play Baldur's Gate again or something. I don't know.
Fair enough. So you've had Starfield upspuffed on your PC.
Yep.
Fallout upspuffed on your console with the new next gen update.
Yep.
So when are you going to play the only good one and do Skyrim?
I've done Skyrim on like every fucking device I've got. I'm fucking playing it on my phone. I've got it on the fucking Xbox, PlayStation, PC. Fucking. I don't have it on the Switch. Is it on the Switch?
It is on the Switch, yeah.
I've not got it on the Switch. Fuck it, we'll put it on the Switch next.
Yeah, we've got to get it on the Switch. Get it everywhere. And have you got an Alexa? Have you got it on there? Because they released that, didn't they? It's like a voice command based version.
Love
you
it.
can go through Skyrim that way.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, so nice. Has anybody else been tempted to check out Fallout 4 with the upgrades? I know there's been some issues with the like not working with some people, but I was half tempted. But like I said, too many other stuff to play at the minute. But
Very
I agree.
tempted.
I was half tempted. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, well, once I started it, I'd have to go through and finish it again. It's just like a massive time hole again. I can't afford to do it to myself again.
Yeah, what I was saying is I would love to do it again because I haven't done the Fallout, the Nuka-Cola DLC.
Yeah.
It's quite a good DLC, to be fair.
Yeah, I never did that one, so I kind of was curious to go back and maybe finish off that DLC because I never got round to it. So that's
Get
the only
to-
real thing I probably would want to go back and do. Other
Some of
than
the
that,
items you get in the Nuka World DLC are really quite awesome. Don't know if it's quite as good as Far Harbor, but it's certainly up there.
Have
Yeah,
you
good
been
fun. Bubble wasn't too
dabbling
bad.
into getting like the mods that people have done for like the TV show where you get the characters and stuff as well? Is that
I had seen it, yes. I'd seen like you can preload the the creator right at the start and get like your characters to look exactly the same as that, but it kind of takes away from what Fallout is, really, doesn't it? Like, you kind of want to play it as like the character you make.
Yeah. Yeah, but I
Um,
suppose for people who are coming into it who have watched,
oh
this
yeah,
now,
I mean,
I'd
like
like
if you want to
say
jump
it's
into it,
a good sort of fusion fingers moment. But yeah, I suppose for someone like yourself who's played a lot already, or like all of us, I suppose, just stick with our custom abominations. I'm sure Graham's one looks incredibly interesting if his Dragon's Dogma characters or anything to go by.
I don't think I made Abomination in Fallout 4. I think I was a bit too vanilla with the one I chose there.
I won't take up much other time because, like I say, I've not played anything other. But I am going to just touch on it just because I've been playing it in the last week. But the developer for an app called Delta, which is an emulator that they use, has now jumped on iOS. So people who have now got iOS who've never been able to use ROMs and emulators before now have it through the App Store, and it works fantastic. So I've actually been playing sort of just old school Pokemon Emerald just to see how it runs. And what a game changer this is for, I know people with their Androids have been 20 years of being able to do this, but it's just, it's
I've got a DS, I can do that as well, though.
yeah, it's so amazing just being able to jump on. I think I've just completed the main story for Emerald. I'm about to do the second part of the game, and it's just like, it's not even so much for Emerald. Emerald was just the first one I jumped into, but going in and like wanting to go and play something like Black or White, which I've never played before. It's the only region in Pokemon I've never played.
It's the best one as well.
I can do it on my phone. It's got a DS emulator as well as a GBA one, so I can just use my phone if I want to, or if you've got a gamepad, you can just fire it in the gamepad and it works exactly the same as a Switch, essentially.
Very nice, very nice.
So, your phones, it's only been about for how long? It's just
Listen,
that's an excited moment for an Apple fanboy.
So you got to let
finally catching up after about 15 years.
Listen, right? I tried to do emulators.
It's in Scotland as well. Leave him alone.
I tried to do emulators on Android when I had old Android phones, and for some reason they never seemed to agree with me. It just didn't seem to work. And now this could have been because I was using shitty software and didn't know what I was actually doing in regards to like the programs to run. But the Delta one, like I say, it just works so easily in regards to where you get the ROMs from, how well it works on the actual layout of, you have essentially just got a Game Boy Advance size device and it works perfectly. And I'm not saying it didn't work perfectly for Android, I just never experienced it. So this was a breath of fresh air now that I've got it running the way it should have been running.
Welcome to 2024, Ross. You've done well.
Right.
You've done well. Although I'm completely
as I'm sitting here with my Android still fucking...
I'm sitting here saying this. I think I installed a Sega Saturn emulator a long time ago. Couldn't get it to work, and that was it.
Yeah, exactly. See? Fuck you.
No, that's different. Sega Saturn is the worst emulators that they ever did.
Yeah, that's one of the ones
that get it to work.
Really struggle with to get to work. And yeah, I didn't bother any further than that. But anyway, well done. Playing Pokemon, was it Emerald? Did you say? Sorry.
Yes.
Nice. That's definitely one that I know all about. Ian, what are you doing? He's fucking molesting his microphone over there. What's going on?
It was the gong moment.
Got excited when
playing
playing Pokemon.
the new age.
Can we stop dicking around here? Jay,
Go on.
what have you been playing this week?
Well, I've been playing a little game called Football Manager.
Let's hear.
And I can prove that if you look at my achievements.
Let us
I
hear.
have.
I want to hear the depth of this.
What I decided to do was start up a network save, and I was playing with a team that we scored 1 we scored some goals. We had a few wins and a few losses. And I think I ended up winning.
Back up.
Go on.
You have to inform us of what team you picked.
I said I picked a team and we were playing games.
The team will have a name. Not
Oh, I didn't bother looking at the name. I just picked it.
Okay.
And what happened was, I was playing against Ian, funnily enough.
Who was
I can't remember his name, but my team's just come to me. It was Brentford.
Brentford? Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
now I remember. I was sort of just picturing it in my mind.
Nice London-based team.
And actually, it was Man City. Ian was playing as. Actually, now it's come again. Just sort of, it's just coming back to me now.
So what that shouts out to me, there, Jay, is you're actually a far superior player because Ian had to cheat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I picked a worse team.
So it's not even a worse team. It was just the fact that Ian had to cheat and go Man City. So anything that he does in that save is dismissed. Doesn't matter.
Exactly, and that's why I feel like my achievements and accomplishments are far more important because I ended up winning some sort of league that the name escapes me, or cup or tournament or something. Let me just sort of search my mind palace for the answer.
Was it the Carabao Cup?
Actually, do you know what? That name rings a bell. Actually, yeah.
One after the energy drink.
Yeah. That was the one. Yeah, definitely. And you know what? I had a great time. Easiest game of football I've ever played.
Fantastic. Who did you beat in the final?
It was the football team. That one. The one that plays in blue. What are their name? Chelsea.
Oh, another London
there we
team.
go.
A bit of rivalry in the final.
Yeah. We had a good match. There was some good banter in the crowds.
Like to hear.
Was that in any way, shape, or form convincing?
It's actually made my fucking week. I don't give a fuck about my race yesterday. I don't give a fuck that I it's a patch.
No one was buying into it, but as soon as he said the banter in the crowds, everyone was like, nope.
I'm all for it. I'm all fucking for it.
Oh dear. But what we should probably do is ask Ian about his time playing against me in Football Manager because he would probably have a lot more to say about it than I would. So, Ian, how did I do? How did we?
You did very well. Yeah, you assisted me in getting my achievements to finish off Football Manager. I had to do a few network saves. So you kindly helped me out.
I didn't even have to lift a finger, eh? Just all mind control.
All mind games to push on holiday. Go on holiday.
System manager.
And let it play. Let the system manager do all the work.
Yeah.
Well done, Jamie. You may be proud.
Now that you've played my trap card, Jay, and brought up Football Manager, let me tell you about my network save.
Jesus Christ.
We are into season 20. Oh, fuck. 28, 29 from 21. We've only just hit January and Bristol City have won the league. They are fucking untouchable this season. Haven't lost the game.
Well, they haven't faced Brentford yet, have they?
No, they have. They turned Brentford over. They are unbeaten in the league. They have had 1-11-1 victory, 1-9-0 victory. I couldn't lay a glove on them when I played them. They've turned over they've played all the big teams with the exception of Brighton away and beat every one of them so far. So I don't see me beating him to the league. My only saving grace is he has to come to Brighton's new stadium, 70,000 seater. He has to come there closer to the end of the season.
In that 70,000
seats. New stadium named after you?
It's actually it's not. It's called the Black Rock Stadium for part of the area in Brighton and Hove. So that's what they've named the stadium. He's still got to come there, so I'm pinning my whole league campaign on just being able to take his unbeaten streak. I'm basically the Brock Lesnar of this league.
Nice. So you're going to finish the story?
I'm finishing my Champions League story. I'm going for 4 in a row. I think I'm 9 games without dropping a point. I've conceded 2 goals in that stretch, so I'm on fairly good steading at the moment. I've tweaked the system. I was a little bit too loose at the back, so
I mean, you did have a long race yesterday.
I did. But it very much looks like we're both still in the FA Cup. I got put out of the Carabao Cup by Man City because fucking Jude Bellingham got sent off after 9 minutes away from home to fucking Man City. Not what you want. So out of the Carabao Cup, I'm still in the FA Cup, still in the Champions League, and sitting second in the league at the moment.
See, Jay can win the Carabao Cup, but you can't.
Jay can, yeah. I don't think I've
No.
actually won the Carabao Cup in our save. It's the only fucking title I've not won, and the Europa
Jay
League.
does it
I've
first
never-
time.
The first thing I did. Yeah.
I've never
Jay can do that,
been
right.
in the Europa League, so I can't win a trophy I've never been in. But I've won everything else that I've been part of, apart from the Carabao Cup.
Do you want to know the silly thing as well? I was actually playing another game at the same time. That's how easy it was.
I win Champions Leagues while doing that, so you know.
Easy. First timer over here. Yeah, straight away. No problem. No problem. Barely even looked at the screen. In fact, I didn't even look at the screen. You know, just
Too good.
I'll just whatever. Yeah, get on with it. Just win the what's it called? Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup.
Cup. Yeah, it's fine. Just win the
The
thing.
Caribou Cup.
Caribou.
Carabao Cup.
You know that deer looking thing. Yeah, that.
Yeah. That one. Yeah. That's the one. Nice. Well, I'm glad the three of us are enjoying some Football Manager. Obviously, very much enjoyed it.
Glad to hear it.
Probably hit my limit now. Though. I should probably steer back. Steer clear it for a little while.
Well, the thing is, first season you won your first trophy. I mean, if you keep going the way that you're going to make it unfun. Like, you're not going to enjoy it by just winning everything over
Exactly.
and over and
So
over.
yes, quit while
It's
you're
just
ahead.
too good,
Pace
so
it
he's
out a wee
taking
bit,
his
yeah.
time.
Yeah. So by my time, maybe in time for the new one.
Yeah.
There might be. I might have a chance to play that one. But for now, I'm just gonna, go quit while the going's good and just be like, I've done my time. Thank
Day
you
one
very
in Game
much.
Pass. Best value in gaming.
There we go. See, I'm ready to get those Cheetos again and help
You
you.
win the FA Cup this time.
I need to not do that.
The only problem with winning the FA Cup is you need to play the whole season to win the FA Cup.
Oh no, it's easy. No problem. I'll do that. I'll tell you what. I commit to 1,000 G in Football Manager 20, wherever it is, as long as it's as easy as what I played the other day. Because if that's the case, no problem whatsoever.
I mean, if you've got all the dodgy strats like Ian, then definitely it's easy.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely dodgy strats with like Ian.
Well, he's fucking Icelandic
Some
second
might say,
division.
some might say Ian had a very heavy hand in the dodgy strats, but we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Anyway, it's enough Football Manager nonsense for 1 week. Graham, let's get to you now. What have you been playing?
So I've been dabbling in the new title that I'm currently reviewing, Hammer Watch 2, and yeah, it's an old school kind of style layout RPG, similar into a vein of kind of Zelda, I guess, the old school Zelda. It's sort of a scrolling one, top down, kind of a lot of, maybe like Gauntlet's probably its closest thing. And you can pick more.
Top, not like Golden Age, like Zelda.
Golden Age.
Golden Axe, sorry.
Yeah. But I think old school Gauntlet is probably the best way to do it. It's probably the best way to describe it. And yeah, you can pick from different classes, like your usual sort of archer, mage, warrior, and those kind of ones. And you can map different skills. So there's a bit of choice, a bit of variety on there, but it's just moving away from Dragon's Dogma 2 to a game like this. I thought it was going to be a lot of your old school RPGs have your fetch quests, etc. But there is definitely a lot of quests. Everyone and their wife in the village gives you things to do, but they don't tell you where to find them or where you're supposed to do them. It's just go clear out this cave. Where is this cave? You'll never know. Just east. That's all you get given. You have to kind of search the whole area to.
Yeah, makes
It's
sense.
the only way to do it, like we were discussing yesterday. It's the best way to play.
Oh.
Just be like, I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. That's fine. Enjoy yourself.
So yeah, it's a massive lack of direction and sort of map visibility. If you ever go in any cave, there is no map for any cave, so you've really got to memorize where you've been. And some of the caves are massive from the start, so it's tricky. The actual combat itself is fun enough because I picked a wizard, so they've got a bit of a long range attack going on. So it's just a matter of sort of dodging and firing, almost similar to like Vampire Heroes, the way you have to be a bit evasive. Someone just letting off a valve.
Somebody's mic just blew up.
Yeah.
That might be mine. I'm not sure if it
So
was.
not me this time.
Hold on. Easiest way to find out.
Yep.
Think it was Ian.
Yeah.
You're beating it up too much. It's giving in. It's like, stop hurting me.
I say I'm getting hurt with it.
So upset at how much he blew a valve.
Too angry at the game you're playing. That's why.
Yeah, no, I got pretty angry because the game is very brutal. If you get killed, for some reason, it takes your money, it moves the clock forwards, which I don't know what bearing it has yet, but I'm sure it has some bearing because it's obsessed with time, saying you can either lose 2 hours, lose 3 hours, or lose 4 hours and more gold, and then it puts you back to the beginning of a dungeon if you're in one. So you have to keep hiding through wherever you're trying to get through, and yeah, it's just like traps. They insta kill you. It's not like the old kind of school games. Usually, it's that it hurts you, and if you have to try and power your way through it, and you're going to take a bit of a hammering. But no, if you touch a spike trap, instant death, and then back to this beginning of the dungeon. Which very quick lesson to learn not to do that again. But yeah, I've had my very first boss battle from it. Not too tricky. Just kept doing circles around the guy. Couldn't get near me, and yeah, sort of probably about 2 hours into it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It probably won't be high on the things that I've played this year, but it's okay for now. I'm hoping that the quests don't get as obscure as I progress, but I'm not holding my breath on that one. I'm trying not to focus on these too many side quests because I just keep getting lost. It's just not fun chasing. Yeah, nothing.
Like a certain other game we've been talking about, we'll get to shortly, I imagine.
But yeah, it's all right. I mean, I like these kind of old school RPGs if they're done correctly, but I'd say it's done about 60% correctly at the moment. But it might get better. But at the moment, it's kind of middling okay.
Fair enough. Well, we look forward to reading your thoughts and opinions on xboxtavern.com very, very shortly indeed. Ian, are you exploding still, or shall I give you a bit more time so we can talk about something else?
I don't know. Hello?
Go for it. Give it a test. What's something else you've been playing other than Football Manager?
I've been gone to the dark side, and I've been playing some of the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
But that's not on Xbox, Ian. What are you doing?
I know.
Is it any good?
I'm sorry.
Is it any good? Is it as good as people say? Because I've seen a lot of thoughts and opinions on it, but yeah, not my cup of tea.
It's well, it's like I'll send this to Jamie. I think yesterday. Like, I completely after Midgar and all the whole thing with Midgar and stuff, you kind of forget the second part of the game. So I actually started rewatching Final Fantasy VII Abridged just to kind of slowly remind myself about the game. So it kind of gives me a quick comedic value of the game, which is like 10 minutes episode. And go, oh, so that's the next part of the story. And then he kind of remembers what the next part of the story is that you need to do to move on. But so far, so good. I like the combat. Some of the boss fights are ridiculously hard. Like you have to do a lot of dodging and evading just to kind of actually taking damage. You can't just spam attacks and stuff. You have to keep dodging. And some of the cure abilities are really shit. And some of the AI just like, even they tell the AI, focus on healing. They don't focus on healing. They just shoot and do what they want. So unless I need to maybe check to make sure I'm actually mapping the way the AI works. I'm doing that completely wrong. But yeah, some of the boss fights are just ridiculous. But I don't even know how far away I'm in, to be honest with you. I've probably played about maybe 10 hours, and I don't feel like I'm that far. I'm in like chapter 4. Yeah. I don't know how many chapters they are.
I feel like I was listening to some PlayStation podcasts talking about it. I think they said there's 17
Whoa, there's other podcasts?
A PlayStation one. There's no other Xbox ones. PlayStation ones, the dime a dozen. But Xbox ones, there's only one, and that's Xbox Taverns Xbox Tavern, which is recorded each and every Sunday at 8 p.m.
So yeah, I'm on chapter 4, so like I'm nowhere near the end at all. So like it's a slow burn. I'm taking my time with it, going in between Xbox games, my competition, but slowly I'm taking my time through it, and so far I'm having fun.
Very good indeed. It is nice. a nice bit of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, they've added some cool like extra features to it, so it does help it come along from basically just following the storyline. You can have these kind of the side quests are kind of a bit gimmicky, but You know, again, I like the I can't remember what the card game's called now. Queen's Gambit, mate. No, that's the
That's a Netflix show, isn't it?
That's a chess program as well. No, I come up with a card game, but the card game seems to be quite fun. They kind of force upon you again as well in the kind of main storyline, so you have to kind of learn about it.
When?
But yeah, it's actually quite fun.
Very nice. Very nice. And keep us updated. Obviously, it's unlikely to come to Xbox anytime soon, but there's been sort of rumblings that it might appear at some point. It's like that and Final Fantasy 16, but yeah, I think we're going to be waiting a long time if it ever
it's
comes
one of those
over.
ones I don't think would have happened. That's why I kind of went to the dark side and just bought a PS5 because I really wanted to play it and I enjoyed the first one. So
I've one more follow-up question for you, and then we could move on to some other games. Obviously, the DualSense, playing Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Are you enjoying the rumble features and the haptic feedback?
surprisingly, yes, because
I was waiting for you to say you turned it off.
Oh,
no. Surprisingly, I
Wow.
enjoy it. I could actually probably say it's the better controller than the Xbox.
Outrageous. Outrageous.
How
The feedback
dare
is
you.
granted. I'll grant you the feedback is.
The feedback and the way the controller talks to you is kind of fun.
Okay.
And it doesn't feel like when it's vibrating, it doesn't feel like your controller's about to take off out of your hands and fly off into fucking space. Because every controller I've had with Xbox has always had the vibration on. It's like it's gonna fucking explode in my hand. So
Good. Well, that makes me happy because I do enjoy the DualSense features on the
you
games.
need to get a better
there.
DualSense for Xbox. I just don't get why they keep.
Yeah,
churning
well,
out shit.
they've patented, didn't they, that like black and white one that they did in the leaks. But again, unless they include it in whatever the next console is, like it'll be like a gimmick thing that hardly anyone will use. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll get one on Xbox eventually.
Let's do it.
Yeah, nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna slide on in very quickly. I've got a couple of games. One I'll talk about with Graham because he's inspired me again. But the first one, real quick, is a game called Wrath: Aeon of Ruin. And it's like a first-person shooter built in the original Quake engine. So the game that I played back in 1996, 7, something like that. Same engine. Obviously, it looks a bit nicer now, but it's still effectively. It probably could run on the Sega Saturn I played the original Quake on. Super fast first-person shooting action. No bells and whistles. No fucking skill trees or upgrades or perks. It's literally you, your guns, and a shit ton of enemies just like barraging towards you. No, they don't give a fuck what's in the way. Basically, they're just as soon as they see you, they're like, beeline. I'm going to kill that motherfucker, and it's good. It's very, very hard, but it's good. I was saying to Ian, like, because we like these sort of old school like Quake type games. The levels themselves are like quite expansive, so the idea is to get a key and get out the exit effectively. But they sort of twist and turn. They got all sorts of different like alleyways and caverns and stuff to go down. And one level can take like over an hour to complete, which for me is a little bit too long. I would rather have, although you're still playing an hour, I'd rather have like 3 20-minute levels, so you sort of got a bit more variety there. Whereas like I said, you're going through the same level for at least an hour. It's assuming you don't die, which I do die a lot because it's very because it's so old school. It literally it sort of adheres to the old school mindset of
holding hands.
we don't give you a fuck. We don't give a fuck whether how many weapons you've got. One enemy is going to wipe your health out in 2 seconds if you let them get near you. And the amount of times I've been caught in a corner, but they're just like floating skull things. They've got massive teeth, and they come at you so fast. And the only thing that you can use to kill them really is your like charged up melee attack, because all the guns don't seem to do shit against them. But if there's 4 or 5 of them at once, you can kill the first one and then another one straight there, and you haven't got time to charge out properly, so you've got constantly backpedaling and hoping for the best. Initially, there's like limited checkpoint saves, so you can pick up these things called soul tethers, and you can use that to give yourself a quick save. But once you've used it, it's gone. Doesn't matter. How many if you across levels, if you have 4 in the first level, you start level 2 with 4, and then if you use all 4 of them on the second level, on level 3 you start with none. So it's not like level by level basis. So I was being very sparing at first, but luckily there's an option which I had to turn on, which is called infinite saving, and it just lets you put them down wherever, which is a fucking godsend, because the amount of times I had to repeat like 20-30 minutes of gameplay because I forgot to put one down, or I put one down just as like the first time I played the first level, I put one down and died immediately. So as soon as I reloaded it, every time dead. So I had to start the whole level again, and that was about 40 minutes into the level, and because it overwrites your save, it was either start the level again or go back to your Soul Tether. So go back to Soul Tether, I'm dead. Okay, go to Soul Tether, dead. Okay, I'll have to start the level again. And I just had to do the whole thing again. So again, very old school sort of sensibilities and mindset to it. But the actual shooting's quite fun. The combat, even when you are getting overwhelmed, is quite fun. It's not gory, but it's quite like in the original Quake, like enemies sort of explode into chunks if you smack them with a shotgun or get up close with an explosive grenade or something like that. And yeah, it's good. It's just like I said, the levels are a bit too long, and it's a bit too dedicated to being like, "Fuck you, enjoy this game or don't." Basically, like there's no middle ground really. And I think I'm like 5 or 6 levels in. I don't know how many there are, but already I'm starting to hit the point where I'm like, I'm sort of at the point where I'll be done with a game like this by now, and it's still going and it's still going and it's still going. So yeah,
It
we'll
does
see.
feel very repetitive for looking at it.
Yeah,
And whether like all the dark caves and stuff feel like it's going to be.
Yeah, and it's like a very retro styled game, and it doesn't look bad by any means, but eventually, yeah, you like it's the same fucking corridor again, or it's the same cavern again, or I'm just fighting the same 10 enemies over and over and over again. And sometimes, like I said, I die a lot because it's hard, and sometimes an enemy will take 2 shots to kill, and sometimes because you got random this bullet spray and distance and stuff, another time it'll take 6 bullets to kill. I'm like, I just want a bit of consistency, bit of. I don't want my hand held completely, but a little bit more like you've done this bit. Have a free checkpoint, other than obviously, like I said, the infinite saving, which can stitch you up if you save at the wrong time, and just a tiny fraction bit more modernity would go amiss. But it's fun for a little bit. I can do like 1 level a night, and then I'm like, that's enough. I need to play something a bit slower paced now because it is rapid fast as well. I've only got a 60 hertz TV, but I imagine it's probably running at about 1,000 frames a second, regardless of what you're playing it on. It's just like rapid fire, left, right, and center. But yeah, it's good, but it's not as not quite hitting the spot as I hoped it would do. But again, my review will be up this week. I'll play some more over the next few days, and we'll see how we get on. But like I said, I'm kind of hitting the point where I'm sort of done with this now. Whether I get to the end or not, it's just I need to move on to something a bit slower paced. And slower paced is sort of the perfect descriptor for a game called Dragon's Dogma 2. Graham.
Oh, you can't get much slower than that.
Graham.
Oh,
so you inspired me, like I said, because I finished Dragon's Dogma 2.
You didn't.
I'd finished Dragon's Dogma 2 the other week. I was a bit sad that I'd finished it, but I was like, it's time to move on. And then you carry on playing it. Lo and behold, you go, I finished it. I was like, oh, great. And you go, yeah, with the true ending, motherfucker. I was like, no, now I have to do it. And so I've been working my way through that, and I fucking love that game. I know it's not perfect by any means, but all the negatives that I'm sure you're about to point out, they don't faze me in the slightest. I think it's fucking brilliant from left, right, and center. Starting a new end, the true ending, I should say. Changes the whole world. It gives you more to explore, more to see and do, and you get to see the actual title card Dragon's Dogma 2, which is nice. Because up until like 45 hours into the game, it's just been called Dragon's Dogma. So Graham, tell me about your experience in the true ending of Dragon's Dogma 2. And slight spoilers, feel free to go into it. But
I thought I mentioned this on the last week's sort of podcast as well. It's just, I didn't know that was going to happen, because obviously after you complete the kind of game, you're given this little celebration in a hall where you got your throne that you sit on and everything, and then a little kind of whispery ghost thing said, now you've got all you wanted, and starts basically going on about talking about the cycle of something that's going on. And then you can move about. I thought, oh, maybe you're just supposed to talk to people to sort of get some after credit sort of talking to thing. And so I thought,
Best way to end the game is going talking to everyone.
So I was like, let's go talk to this ghost guy, because he just seems really out of place. Talk to him, something happens, and then he moves, and he's gone down the corridor, down the front. And so you start walking over to him, talk to him again, and then suddenly goes, oh, you're really going to pursue this or something like that. And then he basically resets time. So instead of because you fight a dragon before that, and then it takes you right back to you're back on top of the dragon again, like you're about to go to the fight. I was like, what is happening? And the weird thing was, I tried to do this bit before because you crawl on the dragon like you're climbing up it, like in God of War style.
Yeah.
And I went to the heart of the dragon, and the controller started vibrating. And I thought, well, maybe you can do something like this. So I got that special sword and clicked on it. Nothing happened at that point. But then this time, if you do it the second time around, you basically do it to yourself, which I don't know what it's supposed to mean, but it's symbolic. And then that basically turns the world upside down and makes it look very apocalyptic. And then basically there's like a post-completion area that you're supposed to do, that if you didn't set down port crystals so you can sort of fast travel a little bit, it can take you quite a long time to do. And so there's
all the enemies are like buffed up as well, aren't they? So if you are running around like our muggers here, the fights are a lot harder to get from A to B now.
And that was the best bit about it, because there's quite a lot of boss fights with different kind of dragons. They look like kind of serpents, and one looks like a dragon with a unicorn horn on. It's quite mental, but they're quite good. The boss battles are the best bit about it. But there was one of the missions where you have to get everyone to abandon their city and go to the safe area, which is kind of the central, I can't remember what it says, Sea Village underground cave or whatever it's called. You have to try and get everyone to go back there. And I was telling yesterday what one of the in Backbatal, whatever it is, you have to try and sort out some civil disputes. And they started to fight me, and I did one of my moves and absolutely rinsed everyone. And it says, you killed everyone. There's a little bit more civil unrest. So, okay, I went too far and killed them. I was only supposed to sort of hurt them. But my guy was too powerful. I just ended up rinsing them instead. Thankfully, it didn't have too much bearing. They eventually agreed to leave their side. But those there's a lot of slowing down of those bits to get everyone to evacuate. And that mission itself is just not massively fun. But the big boss battles in between that are fun. And then, once you get to the very end, you fight the big old dragon one last time. That's where you get the final true kind of ending, which I've done and dusted and not going back to, not doing. I missed a lot of side quests because there are too many time-based quests. You can have to be there at a certain point in the day, and I was not doing those. They can do one.
I fully agree there. Like we said before, I didn't do anywhere near as many side quests as you did, but the ones that I did find that I ended up skipping were pretty much all the time-based ones. Where it's like, get over here. And I was like, no, I don't want to. I'll just carry on. Thank you. I like that it gets rid of all the water now, so you've got like the whole extra area to like explore. I haven't found a great deal yet, but I found a few decent chests that give me some decent sort of upgrades, weapons and armor and stuff. And then not being launched by an ogre and getting swallowed up by the ocean straight away is a nice touch. I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely going to carry on playing that and try and finish it off this week.
How are you going to fit it in with all your football manager?
Well, that's the thing. While the games are the players are warming up on their pre-match training sessions, I can play a little bit of Dragon Dogma 2.
Squeeze you a bit in. Nice, I like it.
They'll be like, just carry on. I'll just be over here saving the world. Don't worry, carry on.
At his finest.
Really good. Like I said, it's still my top runner, I think, for Game of the Year at the minute. Obviously, we've got a long way to go.
I was going to say, football manager.
I think Dragon Dogma 2 is fucking tremendous, and I'm very glad that you inspired me to get back and actually go and do the proper ending. Even though I did cock it up the first time, and I just fought the end boss again, and I was like, but it's the same stuff's happening. What have I done wrong? And then I had to actually look it up and realise that you're not supposed to get to that boss fight. You're supposed to, like Graham said, to whip the sword out and stab yourself first. Good game all round, and definitely, like I said, my front runner for Game of the Year in a minute. 100%. Nice.
Double nice.
Double nice indeed. Right, gentlemen, I know we're running very, very long here. Ian, have you got anything else you want to shout out and you've been playing this week especially?
I don't want to shout out, no. Let's carry on.
Cool, good. Graham, do you want to talk about WWE or should we skip over?
Yeah, let's go over it now. I haven't had a full dabble into it. I've created my own character, and I've done a couple of matches, but yeah, it's okay. But I haven't dived fully enough into it yet.
That's fair enough. We can talk some more wrestling next week. I'm sure we'll have more to say. Wrestling. All right, Ian.
Yes.
I believe you've got a top 5 for us this week.
Top 5.
And some pluggles.
So
And some pluggles.
give us a question or give us what we're figuring out, and then you can give us a good plug-in while we think of our answers.
Cool. You know me, I love a top 5. Top 5. Am I winning? Jamie's winning. No. Jamie's got
Ross is
1.
winning.
Ross is winning.
I'm not winning.
Ross is winning with 2. Jamie 1 and Graham none. Graham, A, B, or C?
C.
Pick the hard one.
Cheers,
I
Greg.
need the last 5 official Game of the Years according to the Game of the Year Awards. So none of the fancy non-T Article 1. This is the official Game of the Year's awards, hosted by Jeff Keighley. The last 5, please.
Okay.
Is that including? No, I suppose it was last year's. Or are you doing the years
Last
before
year's,
that?
yeah.
Okay,
Last
well,
one.
at least I got one of them then.
I played one of them.
Wait,
Woohoo!
There we go. 2003, 2019. Last 5, please. Thank you very much. And whilst they're listening, I will do the pluggles. So, as you know, we are now YouTube partners. So, please become a member. Exclusive content is being uploaded. So, please send us your supers for immediate responses, questions, and join us, and you can be part of our channel. Please also talk to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. Leave us a nice 5-star review if you can. That would be muchly appreciated. We
Does it
also
matter
speak-
the order that we put them in?
No, I just need 5. Give me the 5 names.
Cool.
No order. CD Keys affiliate link. It doesn't cost you an extra, but chucking a few pennies and pound. The link is on the website. We've also got a Fandango QR code if you're watching online. It'll pop up right now in the top next to us. As you can see that. I can do it bigger actually. Can I do it bigger? I can do it bigger there as well. Double QR code. So have a look there.
I didn't know where I
please.
was pointing.
Pushing buttons. There we go. All our written reviews can be found on xboxtavern.com. Please check out there for all our lovely Fandango reviews we have. Much appreciated. Again, link there in the QR code if you want to come and look at it. That'd be happy days for us. Socials all along the bottom. You can find us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at xboxtavern.com, Facebook at xboxtavern.com, and YouTube at Xbox Tavern Official, and also at TikTok at Xbox Tavern. Also, please, if you do like us as well and you do like some Fandango merch, please go over to Insert Coin and use XBXTVRN for £5 off your order over £50, and that's valid to the end of the year. Please also check us out on Discord as well at Xbox Tavern, and you can always chat to us there. We do a lot of guest the games. I felt at doing it a lot, but only if Jamie reminds me to do it, I will do it. But yeah, we know we're trying to get some more conversations going along there and a bit more fun. And please also go vote on Twitter, Twitter X, whatever you want to call it, for Project Game Pass for Pie Animals versus Golf with Your Friends. That is your allotted time. If Jamie says he's only written 4, I'm going to come through that screen and punch him in the face.
That's all right because I've only written 3.
3.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Jamie.
Every time we do these sort of
Every
things,
time we do this, I've only got 4.
I think of the year. All I can think of is last year's games and 2019 games. I can't think of anything in between.
No.
So yes, I've got 3 written down. I can't even think what come out in years that were not these years.
Graham,
It's
have you got
ridiculous,
5
isn't
at
it?
least? Graham,
You want my 5 first?
you got 5
Okay.
at least, yeah? You've got
Yeah.
5. Okay, that's
I've
fine.
got-
Jamie,
I've
what's
only
your 3?
Right, in
only
no
got 3
particular
on.
order. In no particular order, I've gone Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk, and Last of Us Part 2. And I'm gonna throw out 2 more just randomly. I'm gonna go for Spider-Man, just the original Spider-Man. I don't even know when that came out, and God of War Ragnarok.
Okay, Ross, please.
I've got Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring, Hades, Control, and Deathloop.
And Graham.
Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, Elden Ring, Zelda, I can't remember the name of it, Breath of the Wild maybe, and Ghost of Tsushima.
God damn it! I can't believe I forgot Elden Ring. That's outrageous.
Some sashimi, that'd be fucking fantastic.
Okay. We'll go in latest to earliest. So 2003, it was Baldur's Gate 3. So everyone gets a point. 2022, there we go, get the words out, was Elden Ring.
Yeah,
sorry, Jamie.
I know. As soon as he said it, I was like, "How could I?" I mean, not in my game, but yeah.
2021 was It Takes Two. No one had that.
No.
In 2020 was Last of Us Part 2. And in 2019 was Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Of course it fucking was.
So everyone got 2, I believe.
Yeah.
So I need 2018 for tiebreaker, please.
Okay.
Write it down.
All right. Okay. All right. Let me.
Yeah,
I think I actually. Yeah. Okay. Can I make that bigger? Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Right. Graham first.
I still want to do this. God of War Ragnarok.
Jamie
Just God of War.
and Ross.
The original God of War, or God of War, the newest, the oldest
Okay,
one of the new
Graham's
ones.
out. It is just the original God of War. Not Ragnarok, unfortunately. 2017 between Ross and Jamie.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I don't think that was that year, was it? Oh shit. I'm gonna risk it. I'm pretty sure it was wrong. I'm gonna risk it.
The time you Ross.
All right. Hit us up in the comments if you know what it is. Preferably in the next 2 seconds so I can answer.
9, 8.
If he gets it wrong, he doesn't win, though, does it?
Well, no, he doesn't win, but he feels confident.
I don't feel confident at all, but it's the only thing I
Okay.
can think of.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, if you don't get it wrong, we'll go down next year. So, or we'll just give you a tie.
Or something that's not Game of the Year going back in ages.
Yeah, that's true. We can do that as well.
Oh no! What were you on now? 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if we both get it wrong, let's go to 2016. It's fine.
Okay, Ross, you got an answer?
No.
Jamie.
Oh, I'd put Red Dead 2, but I'm pretty sure that came out the same year as God of War.
No, it's Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Oh
No.
I was way too early with that one then.
Yeah. 16.
know,
You know what? I was confident
would
just
you
then
not think
because I
it's
thought
Tears
that
of
was
the
the
Kingdom?
answer. I thought Breath of the Wild was 2016. That's why I was like, let's go back to 2016.
Oh,
God
so you
damn
went
it.
to the, it's like, yeah, I've got this. That's it. No, can we change it now? Can we
Yeah, can I change
this,
my
like-
answer to Breath of the Wild? Yeah.
No,
Right. What do you want to do with any? Me and well, we've all got it wrong, so we can either all just get points, or you can have a tiebreaker. You are the host master, the quiz master.
I don't think you'll get 2016. Looking
Again,
at it,
I can't even think of fucking what come out that year.
All right, screw it. You're back in.
Oh, what the fuck? I was confident on 2016.
Go on then. Go on. If you're confident 2016,
Well,
Yours
give you a time to
2016.
think of it, because I only remember it specifically because of where I was in a particular
All
time
right,
in
cool.
my life at this point.
there's only 3 more years backwards that Game of the Year is official. So we'll do that then.
Oh fuck knows.
Jamie first.
2016.
Yeah.
I've no idea. No idea. Just because it's on top of my mind. Fallout 4. Why not?
And Ross.
So the reason I've come up with my answer so that he's for the logic is my mate was getting married the following year, and I'm sure the reason that this stands out as much is one of the maps on it is very similar to Santorini in Greece. I'm going to say it's Overwatch.
Oh, Overwatch. Of course, it's fucking Overwatch. Ah. Do you know what? That was nearly one of my answers for the ones up to 19. I was like, no, I don't think it come
Well
out
done.
that time.
Well, I wonder Ross wanted to go back, but yeah, it is Overwatch.
Yeah, my mate got married in Santorini in 2017, and that's the reason why it stuck in my head as much
There we go.
because I was the
1-0,
best
eh?
man for it.
Ross cheeses his way to another point. Well done, Ross. You've done well.
Thank you, Graham, for getting
You
married in
done well.
Santorini.
What? I got diddled out because I said Ragnarok at the end of it.
Well,
Yeah,
specificity.
Yeah.
It's all right. We can keep going till Ross
Mr.
gets the right
Outlaw
answer. It's
partner.
fine. And then he gets a point. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Outrageous. Make the rules up as we go along. Anyway, thank you very much, Ian, for
Hey, he picked
dropping
the
us
hard one. He had
yet
options.
another guest. Sorry, top 5. We'll do them each and every week. All 4 of us are here,
Top 5.
and we can go from there and see if we can
He
get
did pick the hard shot to me.
see if we can
Easy one was quite easy.
knock Ross off the fucking
What
leaderboard.
was the easy? Or are you going to use the categories at a later date?
Well, no, I won't use it because they wanted 5 of the 6 game of the year's nominations from last year.
Oh, right. So it was a broader scope. All right, got it.
Yeah, basically there was 6 games nominated. Give me 5.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was the easy one.
Easier, maybe. Still tricky. Although I feel like Graham would have won that there, but yeah, I think he had most of the ones there. But anyway, let's move on to the rest of the show, shall we, gentlemen? Let's talk about some very, very quick news. Let me just whip up my list here quickly. So as Ross said, he's been playing Fallout 4 Upspuffed Super Edition, and it's come out this week to most players who can play Fallout, except for PS Plus people who redeemed it via that, and people on Xbox Series X and S who apparently the quality mode doesn't work properly at the minute. It remains in performance mode no matter what. I saw a bit of back and forth about this, but some people were saying that quality mode does engage, but it still remains at 60 frames, or it still tries to aim for 60 frames. Some were saying it doesn't engage at all, including Digital Foundry. I'm going to side with them, assume that they're on the money because they generally are pretty good with that sort of stuff. But yeah, so if you're checking it out, just make sure you're checking the box that you want, whether it be quality or performance, and then just play it and see if it's any good. If it's as good as Fallout 3 or not, which it isn't. But I'm sure you'll enjoy the game anyway. Controversial, but I'm that kind of guy, you know. Sticking, obviously, we're Xbox related here. Xbox has been branching out onto PlayStation platforms, and the Microsoft CEO, what was his name here? Let me look. It's Satya Nadella, I believe, as they pronounce it, very butchered. Says they are committed to meeting players where they are after Xbox games dominate the PlayStation Store. Who'd have thought we'd read that sentence a few years ago, eh? Xbox games are currently have 7 games among the top 25 sellers on Sony's console as of this story, which was 2 days ago. So it says Microsoft has suggested that Xbox is starting to reap the rewards of its increased multi-platform focus. While it already had a strong foothold on rival platforms thanks to perennial bestsellers Call of Duty and Minecraft. We'll get back to that. Xbox recently announced plans to bring more, including Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded. And then asked during Microsoft's third quarter earnings call on Thursday, Nadella said that Xbox games have been performing strongly on PlayStation Store. Like I said, they had 7 games in the top 25. They got a bit of a cheat code here.
I'm looking at the list and going, really, so Microsoft?
The list of games as of April 18th on PS5, according to Tweaktown, which does tracks this sort of stuff, was Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 3, Overwatch 2, Sea of Thieves, Fallout 4, Minecraft, Fallout 76, and Grounded. And it's all well and good. I mean, they're not
technically
wrong.
2 of them I would give.
Yeah, they've got 7 games in the top 25. But how many have we got there? Modern Warfare, Overwatch, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Minecraft. So 5 of them weren't really anything to do with them. I mean, obviously Modern Warfare and Overwatch only just come into the Xbox branded family because obviously they just spent fucking 100 billion trillion million pounds on them. And Fallout Fallout 76 come out after they were purchased, was it?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Fallout 4 came out before, and Minecraft obviously has been going since fucking the dawn of time, and they own it, but they didn't necessarily. It's not. It is a Microsoft game, and it's not at the same time. Obviously, Sea of Thieves and Grounded were something that they've built up with the studios they purchased, but Yeah, it's like cheat mode. Like
By proxy, but it still counts.
yeah, we're doing really well because we spent billions and billions of pounds on buying these games that otherwise wouldn't have been under our umbrella. Thoughts and opinions, gentlemen. Throw them out there.
I mean, like I
I
say,
dunno.
they've taken liberties by saying Xbox games.
Yeah. Yeah, because when I read the headlines like 7, I was like, but they only put 4. What the fuck are they on about? And then I read the list. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
right.
If they
I mean, in
change it
fairness,
to-
they've used the same metric for the PlayStation games because you got MLB The Show, Destiny 2, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Rise of Ronin. And
Yeah.
technically, really, Rise of Ronin, Stellar Blade,
Yeah.
are the only ones that are PlayStation games. Helldivers is PC as well. Destiny 2 is multi-platform. MLB The Show is multi-platform.
Yeah.
So they've at least used the same metric for the other side of the argument. But classing Modern Warfare, Overwatch, the 2 Fallout games as Microsoft is taking liberties.
Yeah. But did they say
It is
Xbox?
funny,
Or did they made it sound like Xbox games. If they said Microsoft games, it's still a bit of a liberty, but at least it's more true than saying Xbox games.
No, they say the Xbox games.
Yeah, they're
That's liberty bit there. 'Cause
yeah.
that's
His words were Xbox games have been performing strongly
Yeah.
on PlayStation.
Microsoft games. I wouldn't say Xbox games.
Yeah.
That's where that article should be a little bit reworded.
Well, it's not them. It's him saying that. It's not them.
It's
putting
what he
words in
came
his
out and
mouth.
said.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah. That is
Um,
like false news to really sort of rile people up for the sake of riling them up.
Yeah, get those fanboy wars going once again. You know,
Fire.
it's been a few months. Everybody's calmed down a bit now that the games are out, and it hasn't really made the world hasn't ended. You know, the cats and dogs aren't living together and all that nonsense.
All we're asking is to get Helldivers 2 on Xbox. That's all.
Damn right. I think, as we said before, put everything everywhere. Just share the love, spread the love out. Get games all over the place. Yeah, I was. Who was I watching the other day? Some podcast. I can't remember the place, but they were saying basically the same thing. Like I said before, like why can't it be like a DVD player? You buy a DVD player and you put any DVD in it. Doesn't matter who made it. It's obviously a lot more technical than that, but in theory, why? Like I mean, PC gaming is basically that. It doesn't matter whether you've got an Nvidia or an AMD or Intel or blah blah blah. You can play 99% of everything. Yeah,
That's what I'm
Well,
surprised
who
it hasn't
can
got to
see
that
it
point
goes
yet.
that way?
Yeah.
It could go to that point. Who knows? Like,
It has to
Eventually
really,
it could
even for economy and environmentally, it would make more sense, being as there's such little differences between the hardware.
Yeah.
It just seems a bit of that dick waving contest is going to take its toll on the environment, being as every new console they release is just churning more components out unnecessarily. When even still they're behind PCs. It's like just make a combined effort that's equivalent of a decent enough PC without all the maintenance needed, and then just play whatever games you want from there. Let that decide.
and it's also the fact that I mean, how many times have I bought Ocarina of Time, for example? Whereas if you buy a game on PC, you just have it forever. You don't need to buy an Xbox version and a PlayStation version and a Nintendo whatever version as well. You just buy one version, you can play it wherever you are, and that's like the ideal outcome, really. I know, obviously, like I don't know why I always spring to Ubisoft. They wouldn't like that because I'm sure they like to sell their games 3 or 4 times. But
I was going to say you have have you been introduced to this little known game called Skyrim?
I have, and I sit here saying I bought Resident Evil on like 4 different consoles, the same game, like literally the same game. Like
I've got the 4 different versions all on my PC.
Yeah,
exactly. You had to buy different consoles to do.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a discussion for another time when we've got a slower news week, I think, where we could get into.
I think everyone though has that kind of franchise that they would always just buy. Like for me, I would always, no matter what, buy any Pokemon main series game.
Same.
Like no matter what it was, like I'll buy it. And even if they remade, say for example, Red and Blue again, I'll rebuy it.
Even though
Pokemon
already had a remake of it, but we'll still play it.
That's different though, buying a remade version than buying the same game on 2 or 3 different platforms, just because you can't play your Xbox version of Resident Evil 6 on your Switch, which again I bought both platforms and the 360. I need help, please.
I've
Someone stop me
bought,
from
well,
buying
even
Resident
more recently, I've bought Baldur's Gate on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Yeah, and so why? Yeah, again, we could get into it.
That's a bit too much. That is.
We'll save it for another day.
But again, and the only reason I done it, and it's a bit excessive, and it's maybe laziness, but because it's got cross save. So I finish playing through there, and then I have to come through the office because I'm doing stuff to do with the show or whatever it is, and I can put Baldur's Gate up on my other screen and just pick up directly where I left off and play it on the PC.
I think free-to-play games have had a slight hand in this sort of mindset change as well. Because Fortnite, for example, I've got it on all the consoles and platforms I've got around the house, and I can just go from one to other, like you said, with Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
I could play it on the S there. I can play it on the X. I can play it on my Switch, on the PC, on the PS5, and it's all the same game, same thing. Yeah. It's just obviously I haven't had to purchase it, but
anything that's got like the cross save, cross progression type idea is you're going to be so much more tempted to buy it more than once because of it.
But again, you shouldn't have to. We'll save this. We'll put a pin in this one, and we'll come back to this because it's already getting late, and we need to move on. But yeah, it's a conversation I think we should have, and we should try and elevate because times are changing. Long since the days where you couldn't fit a SNES cart in a Mega Drive and vice versa. There's no need to worry about that sort of nonsense anymore. But I'm pretty sure there was a way of doing things like that at some point.
Blown it'll work.
Well, yeah, like a fucking harmonica. But speaking of hardware, bringing us back on track. It says here, despite a hardware decline, Xbox reports a record Q3 thanks again to our good friends Activision. They said that they set records for game streaming hours, console usage, and monthly active devices, which is a very business way. I read this earlier on, and I refuse to read it out again because it's far too much business talking here. But basically, they're doing really well because they bought Activision. They don't say what would have happened if they hadn't bought them.
You got to spend money to make money.
Numbers wouldn't have been quite so numbery. But yeah, they're. So Diablo 4, like I said, become the first Activision Blizzard game to come to Game Pass. Is obviously the biggest platform for it. According to Nadella, members played over 10 million hours within the first 10 days, like I said earlier on. And then he continued saying, we've also been encouraged by the ongoing success of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which is attracting new gamers and retaining franchise loyalists. Which again,
shock horror.
But A, it's Call of Duty, and B, it's literally been like you purchased it like 2 months ago. You can't now say, look how well we're doing, because you purchased one of the biggest game in the world. And now you can slap an Xbox green sticker on it and say, that's ours now. Stay away. No, don't stay away. Come in, come play, come buy it, please. So it's all businessy sort of stuff, which is, as we've discussed before, is not my strong suit. Ross, you put in here about Stalker's new trailer. I've missed this. I think I've been too preoccupied playing games at WASD. What's this all about? What's going on here?
So they released a new trailer called Not a Paradise, and it's very much like what you would expect. It's showing off the beautiful. Don't know if you can really call a wasteland beautiful, but
that's one way to go for it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it shows you the zone, obviously the exclusion zone for sort of Chernobyl area. And it shows you the various different things that are on it. I should actually just pop the trailer. It probably makes more sense. So
that would be nice, and then we can watch it together.
We can actually enjoy it. Again, I feel really bad for the guys who've put so much sort of time and effort into this game, just because of everything that they've had to experience with the war and things like that. But just can't wait for this game to hurry up and come out. The last game, so I played sort of Chernobylite, which was fantastic set. Obviously, same area. I think I said it when I did my review of Chernobyl. Any game that's set in and around Pripyat and things like that, there's an allure to it for me. And I just can't wait for Stalker 2 to hurry up and eventually come out.
It's out this year, is that right? It's out this year.
It is out this year, yeah. I mean, it's had its issues and its delays, but hopefully that sticks to it now with sort of September.
It's not similar to like Metro, is it?
Metro's different. It's sort of Yeah,
Got a
Metro's
similar vibe to it,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's similar.
But there's no, is it like aliens stuff in store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, from a little bit I played of the original Stalker was like mutated dogs.
Yeah,
and
mutated. I wouldn't say
creatures and stuff.
aliens because it's just things that have happened for the radiation. But yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Radiation point. Yeah. Radiation
Yeah.
animals and
Yeah, sort of like Fallout cross Metro, I think is probably a good
yeah, very dark,
all-encompassing thing.
very.
okay, that makes me. Yeah, I see what you mean. That's cool.
Yeah, I did quite enjoy it a little bit. I played of it, but yeah, that was a long time ago. Obviously, they remastered the first 3 games recently, but I haven't had a chance in between 10 million other things to play to check it out yet. But yeah, September 5th, that said, didn't it?
Yeah, it probably sits roughly in your wheelhouse as well, Jay. It's saying like looking at it, if you want to do the main plot, you're about 40 hours. So it's not too
It's
big.
like
but it's
the upper
just-
end of my
That's
You just
doable.
played the Dragon's Dogma.
yeah. If it's as good as Dragon's Dogma 2, I'm in, you know.
Yeah. Although they are saying that's the main plot, so if you just do that, you're 40 hours.
Not like Dead Island, not Dying Light when it's like 500 hours of no, don't. That's not a good thing. Stop it, please. Graham, are you interested in Stalker? Doesn't strike me as your sort of cup of tea, but
Well, Fallout pulls me in, and then Metro pushes me right back out. It's one of the ones I'm going to have a little bit of a taste of it first before I can make a proper judgment on it. Not against any kind of Chernobyl games. I mean, I enjoy Fallout, so the theme doesn't really make a difference to me. But I haven't played any of the other Stalker games, so I don't really have a view going into it. But willing to give it a shot to see if I could get into it, maybe.
I mean, the fact that it's running in Unreal 5 makes me think it's just going to look just so beautiful when we actually finally get it. Like, because all the screenshots and the trailers look outstanding, but once you've got it, because I think they're aiming for 2 different modes on it as well, so it's going to have a quality and performance mode on launch.
bless you.
I'm waiting for it coming. It's determined it's not on to fucking come out. I feel my eyes water because of it. But everything you see on it just looks beautiful. I need to have it now. I've had it been rumoured. It's been installed on my Xbox since it first went out.
Yeah.
It's got the little fucking warning triangle on it saying that it's not accessible.
Not quite ready.
But I've been like, it's been sat there since it went ready for the preload, desperately just waiting for it. And now we've got that date. I just pray there's no further setbacks for it.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And like I said, obviously, the most important thing is that everybody's all right over there. Obviously, they've suffered some losses from the war in Ukraine and stuff, but yeah, hopefully they're all well and safe, and they can get a cracking game out the door, and possibly, you know, maybe it will compete with Dragon's Dogma 2. It's going to take some fucking going to do so, but it might do. It might do indeed. And then the last story is just for me. You feel free to join in if you like, but you don't have to. Apparently, Lollipop Chainsaw Remake will be getting a full reveal soon, says the designer. So I did see this. I was going to ignore it, but Ross told me I had to mention it, so I have to. The designer Yoshimi Yasuda suggested that a big reveal is imminent. He said, just said that Lollipop Chainsaw Repop is almost here, and we should get ready for the game's return. And then it says the Japanese outlet Gamatsu has added a little translation context, though, saying that the team is preparing for its official reveal rather than the release itself. I don't care. Just show me the fucking game. I just want more Lollipop Chainsaw. Lollipop Painter. And
Jason's
yeah,
upskirt person.
It's I did get that achievement. I will admit, only because obviously the whole hubbub around it was there's an achievement for looking up our skirt. I was like, is there? Oh, yes, so there is. And then
lies.
2 hours later, I carried on with the game.
Yeah.
Whole box of Kleenex later, he carried on with the game.
Yeah, that was a long day. Anyway, yeah, very, very excited about Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. First game, or the original I saw, was great. And as long as they give it to me in a slightly upscuffed version, I can play it all day long. Yeah, and no one else cares, do they? I'm not mistaken in this.
Not the only thing being upscuffed.
Polished to a sheen. Yeah, nice. Well, yeah, we'll look forward to the official reveal and then hopefully release at some point this year. I have a sneaking suspicion it won't compete with Dragon's Dogma 2 if it comes out this year, but you never know. You never know. Gentlemen,
Yes.
unless anyone else has got anything desperately exciting they've seen this week that we've missed so far, I think it's time to round off, sail off into the sunset and do some After Dark. So, Graham,
Yes.
you're obviously not very excited about Lollipop Chainsaw, or indeed Stalker
I
2,
don't mind
but
a bit of Lollipop. I think I've completed that because you had it. I think I borrowed it off you and completed
damn
it.
right you did. Damn right you did. But what you are excited about is your best pulls this week. So tell us. I saw him pulling last night, by the way, gentlemen.
I did.
I saw him pulling.
Did you
But
give him any pack luck?
Well, it got me an Alessia Russo team of the season. I
Oh,
think
the
I done
girl.
the live. There's like, yeah, it's about 3 or 4 different versions. You got live team of the season, extra moments, and actual team of the season ones. Yeah, random luck. I think the best one's probably out of Alexis McAllister for Liverpool and Ollie Watkins for Villa. But yeah, Alexis McAllister managed to pull 3 times in the pack. So
yeah, getting them
good.
numbers up there.
Yeah, definitely got McAllister. I got him 3 times, but yeah, none of the super ones that are flying around out there. But they're not too bad.
So was that your team? That was team of the season, yeah.
Yeah, because the Premier League ones got released on Friday, and yeah, so Alexis 92, Ollie Watkins is 93.
Yeah, but it's Ollie Watkins and nobody likes Villa. So.
But look, you can see for a team of the season, they're still only going for like 64,000, which is so cheap. I think Ollie Watkins isn't much difference price wise as well. So yeah, the market's completely flooded with these kind of super-ish kind of cards. That sort of everyone's kind of got one at least.
Oh, wow, 44,000 for a team of the season.
Look at
striker
this
with
stats
92
as well,
games.
and these team of the season ones have got 3 playstyle pluses. So they
Wow. So he's got
Whack into
Power
pace.
Shot, Travella, and Relentless. Wow.
Need more
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah, like I said, that I mean, everyone's in these kind of top cards are like super juiced, so everyone's kind of got pretty much a beefed up team now. And they just released today a squad builder Konate, which I've managed to get as well.
Oh, that sounds like it could be fun.
Yeah. So if you look at his one, he's like a super fast.
So that's your team of the season that they've got
Yeah.
just now.
And I got none of them.
I thought that was going to say it's his team. Fucking hell.
Yeah, they're all the beefed ones, and I haven't got a single one.
Fair enough. And how long have you got until you to try and get one of them?
I think as of Friday, it will change probably to a different league, either probably the Spanish league, French league, or German league.
Okay.
I want to put Alice in this team of the keeper.
Kanate 92.
Yep. So I've managed to do that one, and he's quite juicy for a centre back as well at sort of 88 pace, and because he's like
Klopp
6,
never fucking plays him.
that's because he's injured a lot, but because he's
Well,
like
that's
6'4", I
can,
think.
can we also back up to the fact of the last game that Kanate played? It was fucking shit. That's why Kwanzaa played yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Fuck
So
my-
I'm glad you jumped in before I got a chance
My fantasy ball team up.
to drop that one out. Yeah, I didn't even bother looking at him for my football manager team. You know, just he's too injury prone. Just don't worry about him. Don't worry about him.
You're not wrong.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, Graham, for your best pull. I look forward to hearing more about. I want some more Thunderstruck ones, or was it Thunderstruck? I forget.
Yeah, it was Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck Kaka.
That will come once the season's over, where they start throwing out special cards like candy.
Cards fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Float them up a fucking standard gold pack. Oh, look, I got fucking.
Yeah,
team of the
you
season.
literally get one every kind of thing, and they do like squad-based challenges where you just keep cycling through and getting loads of different special.
I want a Super Saiyan Magic Chin and see him come out and power up.
He probably will get one in the German league one when that comes out, because obviously he made the top scorer for their league. So I'd be very surprised if he's not in there.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see as and when the time comes if old Harry Kane gets his dues in EA Sports FC 24. Is that right? Yes. See, I do football. Anyway, Ross.
Yes.
Game Pass is good, isn't it? What
Yeah.
games have we got playing this month?
Best value in gaming. So I'll start off with the last couple that we've had there because we are at the end of the month, so there's not really much left to come. So April 25th we'll start from. So you've got Another Crab's Treasure on console, PC, and cloud. Obviously, you had the Fallout 4 update. Star Wars Jedi Survivor came to console and PC through EA Play. Manor Lords came out on April 26th for the PC, and the one that we still have to come for the rest of the month on console, PC, and cloud is Have a Nice Death.
Lovely. Some good games that have come in. Good games come in. But Ian, things are leaving us. What's going away from our wonderful Game Pass subscription?
Unfortunately, we do have a couple leaving. NHL 22, Besiege, and 7 Days to Die.
7 Days to Die. Yeah, so go check them.
Days
Go
to
check them out while you've
Die.
still got a chance. Got a few more days before we move into the month of May, and we end up with a whole new batch of games to play, including Golf with Friends, which is probably going to win our poll. But like I said, go vote on our poll.
Excellent.
Go Xbox Tavern on Twitter, X, and yeah, go and vote on our
X-Force.
on our poll there. Xbox, D-Generation X, and Triple X, BMX, whatever it was back in the day.
CEX.
CEX. And no, I'm not even gonna. No, Insect Coin. That's what we want. No CX. We need to get some Insect Coin X merch. I don't know how we're gonna do that. We'll talk to them. Anyway, it's been a long evening. Thank you very much for joining us and watching. Made this far as fucking hero. Like Ross, like Ian said later on, you can follow us on all the things that's going on the bottom of the screen. XboxTavern.com for reviews. We haven't had too many go up this week. Let me have a quick look at the list. There's only one or two I think we've had. I think AJ's been pulling them out again, and old Millie Man Ian, old Quomp 2. His review's up now. You can go read that bad boy. The World After AJ reviewed as well. It's like a live action FMV point and click game. And I think TMNT Arcade, Wrath of the Mutants, only come out this week as well. So yeah, go check them reviews out now. We've got some more coming up this week, ready and raring, including that thing that Ross is holding up there. What's it called? The GameSir
X2S.
So yeah, let's go check that out. Android and iPhone controller.
Very SNES.
Yeah.
Coloured.
Nice colour scheme, nice style to it. You can go and check out his video review, which will be on youtube.com. So check for Tavern Official, which is where we record this podcast each and every Sunday, 8 p.m. Yes, we'll be back next week, most likely with a Project Game Pass stream, but to be decided. Assuming we can all do that, and obviously assuming Golf with Your Friends wins, which it most likely will. But unless you want to change that, go and vote. Like I said. But for now, I've been Jamie. You can find me everywhere at InXand. You can find Graham
At Graham Reaper.
Ian,
Nutty Way,
and Ross.
At Scottish Gruff.
We'll see you all next week. Farewell, goodbye, and be good to each other.
Farewell.
Good